Hello, Damon from Fat Man Do here. We're going to do some filming, or we're to do some filming outside, but it is getting a bit stormy with Storm Aisha blowing around, so it's not the most conducive environment to film in, so we're going to film inside. So see you in a minute. Why is it whenever you start filming to show the wind, it just doesn't become windy?
Also, if you find that any of this vaguely, mildly amusing, please like and subscribe. It would be a great thumbs up.
Anyway, I'm sure you've all seen wind. You don't need to see it on this channel. That's not what we're about. We're not filming trees in the wind. So let's go inside.
So where were we? So yes, we're talking about using the calipers. These are the calipers. So the idea is you measure a horizontal or vertical line here, just over here, and just on your leg. But there's not a lot of fat there really. I'm not sure how much that's going to change any given time. So what I was doing was just measuring. So what I was doing was just getting a little horizontal measurement like that. But that's actually quite hard to measure because it's not that flexible. It's not super jiggly. I mean, it is a bit jiggly, but to get the calipers on there, it's not a simple matter of just going, oh yeah, squeeze it here, because it hurts to get the calipers on, to squish the fat up that much. And also, what's the point of measuring a tiny little bit of fat along there when you've got like tiny little bit of fat measurement there, and that's even fluttering like that, trying to get a pinch of fat there when you've got all this fat here, not to mention stuff at the back, you got all this. So what I was doing when I was getting this little measurement at the front here and this measurement here, which again I don't think there's really a lot of fat there, I don't know how much that changes, but anyway, the idea is that I'll show you how these work if you've never used them. Put that up there, get somewhere fat, so you'd squeeze it, and whenever you get some comfortable stop, and then you'd be like, okay, you'd add that mark up, you'd add the 3 marks up, that can allocate on the little wheel, and then that'll show you male, female body fat percentage. But I thought, well, that gave me 24, and everything else was just doing height and weight, and it working at 29. So I thought, well, what's the point of just measuring out this little bit? So what I've been doing is just bending over, just measuring this entire amount, and just right there, measuring this entire amount, squeezing that. What do you know? Gets out to about the. Sometimes this is the thing. Sometimes it goes down to 48. Like this one's on 50-ish. It's all a bit too there's too much variation there between how much you get, because sometimes you're going to go, yeah, I'll get this whole bit, and you really measure out more than the next time. So I thought, what I'll do, I'll go high tech, I'll get body fat scales. So I did that. They weren't actually 200 pounds each. I got one Renfo for 40, which is pretty good. So I started doing that, and guess what? The body fat percentage turned out to be 29. So as much as the body fat scales at the gym were rubbish because they didn't do any kind of like split of body composition, height over weight seems to be accurate to some degree after all, maybe. Yeah, so the body fat scales are telling me 29.9%. So also the plan was to do a day on, a day off, just do some light weights. So for example, this morning I just did some push-ups. I did a set of 3, and then I did a set of 5, and I did that twice. And you might be thinking, well, what's the point of that? That's not going to do anything. So the plan is to do light weights, because I was thinking, well, because if you remember looking back at the weights like the kilograms, the weight was going up, because possibly what I was doing was doing exercise, I was putting on muscle and losing fat. So I was losing body fat and I was gaining muscle, which was increasing my kgs, which was then increasing my BMI. So I thought, well, why don't I just try and do something light and try and do more of a shred rather than an accidental bulk. And so we do lighter weight. So we just do something just to keep the muscles torn and repaired, hopefully keep the metabolism firing, but not so much that it's actually putting on muscle. It's hopefully just burning fat. And we're going to do that for the month of January. So it's a day on, day off, light exercise. I'm not going to do a 5k run because it's a bit brutal. I actually timed it. No, I was doing a 2 mile run, so that's 3.6 kilometers. So that's probably enough. And it's also cold and it's usually wet. It's awful shit outside, so it's not the easiest sort of place to do runs. So we'll do that. We'll give that from a really low base and see if that has any benefit on lowering the BMI, and just looking at the visceral fat and the subcutaneous fat and seeing how that all fits together. So on that point, what we're not trying to do is like do too many chin-ups or sort of arching my back, end up with a sore lower back again. Just doing stuff just to build up a bit more fitness, because I'll be honest, I've not done any exercise in November and December, and I only really just started early January. So we're just going to try and build up a bit of fitness again, because we did get lazy over the Christmas break. Partly because I hadn't achieved my goals and felt a little bit depressed, maybe wallowed in a bit. And then we got May, June, July, that's the summer, so hopefully by then we got some serious results. So reset, let's get back into it and have a different plan, because what we were doing before didn't seem to work. Maybe there was a flaw. We're going to get more scientific about our approach and our methodology. We're going to write things down more, and we're going to have this body fat scales to track what we're doing. And if it's not working, or I don't know, Christ, I'll go to. What I'm going to do is go over what I've done the last 6 months fitness wise as well, and just look at that and see how that shit and didn't work. Did I achieve anything at all? I think I did, because I think body physicality wise there's an improvement, but it's just not showing up. So what I did was I got a weighing machine that does a body scan, and what's the first outcome going to be of that? 29. Hold that thought. Oh. It was either 29 or 30, 30.1 or 30 and a half or something. But that's taking into the fact that since November, through to January, probably early January, I've not done a lot. So we're kind of starting again, really, which is annoying. But when you wallow in misery and apathy, I suppose that's the consequence. Also, I think part of the problem is that when I was measuring myself on a monthly basis, it's just too far in between scales. So I was thinking I do the scales one week, the calipers next week. So at least that way I'm getting a measurement. At least that way I'm getting a measurement a week. The reason I didn't want to do that is I didn't want to have tiny little incremental gains or losses or whatever. Gains being better BMI. Losses being an increase in BMI. I just thought if I could do it monthly, then I'd hopefully see it tracking down, lowering my BMI. And so I went down, and then it started going up again. So that obviously sucked. So we needed to change that, and hopefully that will get a better result. So it's just a matter of fingers crossed. Do the work, do the tracking, and let's see how we go. So also, if you find that any of this vaguely, mildly amusing, please like and subscribe. It would be a great thumbs up. So please like and subscribe, show me some love, show the channel some love, and we'll keep putting out content. Leave a comment below and we'll hopefully respond to that. Leave a comment below and we will respond to that. And I think, I'm starting to realize that surgery may be the only option here. But at this point in time, that's a bit of a lazy option. I can't afford to do surgery anyway, or I would have done it. So we'll just keep doing this and see how we go. But this is not going to be an endless cycle of stop, start, going around in circles and starting again from zero every month because I've just lost the plot and stopped doing it. So on that note, hopefully you're meeting your goals. Best of luck. If you're not, you aren't. You just keep on struggling, keep on getting out there and trying to do your best, and hopefully we'll all get there in the end. Love to hear from you. If not, bye for now. See you same fat time, same fat channel. Loving you. Much love from Fat Man Do. Oh, does my neck puff out when I do that? I'm not sure.